Hi, Shah. So
No
this is
problem,
Krishnendu
sir.
Banerjee. I am a sports reporter with InsideSport in India. And it's been a privilege. I mean, it has to be a privilege to talk to you. I mean, with the World Cup coming up, and to begin with, I mean, how much? I mean, what does it mean to host a World Cup, especially for Oman?
The World Cup in Oman. I mean, this is a complete, an amazing feeling. One, it. When does a associate country get to host the World Cup,
Hmm.
and how often will that ever happen? And
True.
when will it ever be that an associate country is a contender in the World Cup and hosting it at the same time? I don't
Absolutely.
think we've seen it before, and I don't think we're going to see it in the near future. I hope it does happen, but from a probability point of view, it seems very remote. So
Hmm.
this is God sent, and from an Oman country perspective, it's the best ways to showcase the country, both from a television
Hmm.
view angle point of view. The kind of we do not play 3-day cricket. We play only weekend cricket. 99.9% of my players in Oman's domestic league are 9 to 5 workers, and they play weekend cricket. These cricketers have come up the hard way and started playing for the country and have made it to a World Cup. Do you know what that means? And they're now playing the Bangladeshis and the thing. And we've ranked in amongst the top 20 teams in the world in T20, and that's because we haven't played for the last few years. But I'm sure we are in the at least number 15 rank, if not more, if not higher than what we are. So it's a great feeling for the players, for the team, to rub shoulders with the big boys. From the backgrounds that they come from, the work that they've done, they deserve every bit of fame, from a television fame point of view or from a media fame point of view. I mean, this is their time. This is their glorious era that they will live and dream and tell stories to their grandchildren and many years to come
Right.
about that. I played at the World Cup. And that's how it is. I mean, think about that. I mean, these people have come from very difficult backgrounds and have made it to the country. And Oman has given them an opportunity to play, and they've grabbed it with two hands. So extremely happy
So
for them.
there in Oman again, I mean, there are so many
Krishandu, you're
Indians
stuck.
there. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, there are so many Indians, Bangladeshis, Pakistanis. I mean, it's a mixed population also living in Oman. Do you think loyalties will be divided then because they have been kind of grown up seeing other countries perform in the World Cup, and then suddenly they'll see their country perform at the world stage?
No, as far as are you talking about the players or you're talking about the
I'm talking
spectators?
about the supporters in general.
No, we played against Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, and we had an equally vociferous Oman support as well in the crowd. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people will come here supporting the Oman team. And when Oman is playing the Bangladeshis, the other Asian expat crowd will support Oman. I'm 100% sure about that,
Great.
and vice
Uh,
versa.
that would be quite a scene. I mean, earlier it used to be supporting other nations in a
Did
World Cup,
you
and
did you
now
watch the Sony? Did you watch the Sony games of Oman
yes, I did.
against Bangladesh and Sri Lanka?
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah, we
did.
had a very loud crowd. So those 3,000 people made enough noise to keep the
Okay.
boys going.
So the World Cup is happening also at a very difficult time when kind of everyone is struggling. Every other country has been struggling with COVID. So what are your initial challenges that you had to face kind of hosting the tournament with the bio bubbles that you have to set up and all?
See, fortunately, we were um, when we kind of agreed to host it sometime in mid-July, we had by then started the vaccination program in Oman
Mhm.
at full swing. And we knew that by the end of September, 50% of the country will be double vaccinated. and which meant that at least another 20% over the 50% would have been an additional single vaccinated as well. So I think from that standpoint, we were pretty sure that we would have gone past that threshold, which makes Oman a safe country to open up slowly. And then Oman did slowly open up as promised, and things got better, and we could bring in the contractors onto the ground. We could do some practice fields. We set up a bio protocol in terms of who can come in the country and how many days of isolation, PCR before departure, PCR on arrival, PCR on the 5th day, and they were fine. And I think that eased as well. And today we have 300-400 people working on the ground, and thank God and touch wood, I hope that we will work in a safe kind of secure environment. And we've put in place very stringent measures to safeguard the teams and the officials who are in contact with the teams in a completely secure bio bubble. So that from the hotel to the coach to the ground, they are not within any, at least 3-4 meter distance from us all. So I've now isolated myself from the team. I no longer can come close to the team or the officials anymore.
So how has been the ticket sales response? I mean, how are the crowd reacting to it?
We're virtually sold out.
Great.
We've got, I mean, if you go online, you'll see, I think we got 5 or 10% tickets left for the odd game, but I'm sure in the next couple of days that'll go as well.
As for the home team, all tickets are sold out, is it?
Yes. I mean, every day, all 4 teams are playing. So you got an afternoon game at 2 and you got another game at 6. So all 4 teams are playing every day. So it doesn't matter who you support, your team is playing every day. And we given 1 ticket for both the games.
Both games, okay.
So the idea is that people get a big bang for their buck, as they say.
So the stadium, you are getting the full capacity of stadium, or I mean, there is some percentage?
No, for every 4 seats, we're keeping a single.
Yeah. So since this is the first time an associate nation would be hosting the World Cup, was there any instruction from ICC or BCCI regarding, I mean, some specific?
No, BCCI and ICC have been extra wonderful. They've deployed their teams over here. They've been hand-holding us at every step. It's really been a fantastic journey so far, and we are literally 84 days, 85 days and counting. We have 5 more days to go before the World Cup, and the last time we met them when they visited us was 17th of July, and fantastic. We cannot thank them enough for what they've done for us. I think we're ready to host another big event after this, after a little gap, after we recover from the fatigue.
So how do you think you can get another World Cup to host on your own, probably next 10 years? Because ICC cycle is already beginning with the 2020.
Krishandu, for that, you need at least 5 mega stadiums housing minimally 20,000 crowd. I don't have a stadium to house even 5,000. So I think from an infrastructure point, it's a non-starter.
Can that be kind of developed in future, do you think?
No, Krishandu. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna put money in bricks and mortar. I'd much rather put money in green turf first and build more turf grounds. I'd much rather be an amateur country playing good level of cricket at domestic league. And occasionally we'll get a good team and we'll play at the World Cup.
Right. But
now we hope that consistently we'll field a good team at the World Cup.
Right. At least when you are hosting the tournament and you have so many teams coming up, how much that will be helpful in terms of getting at least, if not the top nations like England, Australia, India, or the nations like Bangladesh to play regularly with Oman so that the level improves a lot?
See, I'm not sure whether they'll come and play regularly with Oman, but I think what will happen is that a large number of teams have a pre-season warm-up, pre-season games, etc. They come and spend 3 to 4 weeks in trying to get pre-season practice. I think Oman is a very good place from that standpoint because um, the, the, the the English teams, the Australian teams, they like to do their practice in the preseason, and we have the right kind of temperature and the right kind of weather to assist them. And I think that will be very useful and very helpful that if they come and pass by and stay here. So a few days ago, we had 7 teams in Oman: England,
Right.
Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Oman, Papua New Guinea, Scotland. So
Mhm.
it was a great feeling that 7 out of the 16 teams participating in UAE were all in Oman at the same time. How often does that happen? So I think yes, from that standpoint, we're very pleased that this is happening.
Okay. So I mean,
So
definitely
we will host a lot of small games, like we hosted
Mhm.
Mumbai earlier on in the
Correct.
year. You know, at the end of August, early September, we had them for 2 weeks. Fantastic series. We would love to have a Saurashtra come here, or Delhi boys come here, from Bangalore boys come here. I mean, we'd love to see them here in our preseason, play triangular or play a bilateral series. And that's the level of cricket we want to see.
We have seen like Bangladesh or at times even Sri Lanka had come and play in the Timaya Trophy in Bangalore. That is a KSA tournament. Do
Yeah,
you think in future Oman kind of can participate in those tournaments and get their levels
I'd
up?
love to
That's
do
what.
that. I'd love to do that. I think that is the kind of tournaments that I'd like to play. I'm
Mhm.
not much of a fan of the commercialized world of the T20 leagues per se, but if it's a tournament against a bona fide side, like
Mhm.
regional tournaments, regional teams belonging to the national sides, those are the kind of things that I'd like to promote.
Right. So one thing that I mean, what would be the one thing that you would like to like BCCI to assist with? Do you think they can help with the infrastructure or the grassroots setup of cricket in Oman for that matter?
I would love BCCI to guide me and handhold me in how I can develop the grassroots of cricket. That's for sure. Number one. Number
Mhm.
two, I'd love to see whether they can second some coaches over here to develop the grassroots cricket. That is my biggest challenge, as to how do I get full-time coaches.
Correct.
Number two, I'd love BCI to send more teams and organize more triangular, quadrangular
Mhm.
tournaments of the Ranji Trophy teams pre-season over here,
Okay.
and send them for visits, send them for camps. I'd love to have the India under-19 team to come and practice over here with my boys. I'd love to see the India Colts to come and play, India A team to come and play.
Right.
So I think if they keep on sending and using Oman as a base for their international exposure, I'd be very happy. And this will give my team an exposure over here as well.
Correct. But I mean, do you also think taking kind of the players who are not kind of not making it to the national side anymore in India and have those players and kind of play a mentor come player role in Oman? Do you think
I'd
that is
love to see
possible
them
in
come
future?
and it is. But I mean, I would like to say that, I'd love to come and see a player say, I have probably missed the bus in the big league in India, and Oman is a good bet. It's his call. It has to be
Mhm.
his call. But he has to also be prepared to say, I also like to make a career away from cricket as well. Now,
Right.
unless he doesn't have that, if he's still pursuing 100% cricket, then probably he might find some more lucrative offers out of UK or
Uh-huh.
America or somewhere else, or Australia. But if he's trying to now say that, look, I need to start looking at two alternatives, I need to have
Mhm.
a plan B, and that means work. If that is his goal, then I think Oman has something to offer. But if he's only here pursuing only cricket, Oman may not be as attractive as the other countries.
We have seen, I mean, wherever World Cup goes, at least in football, that people get more attracted to that sport or they get more involved in that sport in future. Do you see that already happening in Oman? People are getting more involved. I mean, they are getting attracted to the sport.
See, till we do not develop grassroots cricket, till I don't have nationals playing street cricket and playing weekend Maidan cricket, uh, that following will not go. Football following is now generational. Father talking to the
Right.
son, father taking the son for practice, father taking the son on the beach and playing football. It happens with cricket in India and the Asian
Mhm.
subcontinent, but Till that doesn't happen, where in the streets and in the corridors, the father and the son are playing, and the father and the two brothers are playing cricket, it's not going to be there won't be a mass following, and we'll need that to happen at grassroots level first to see this happening in the second generation.
All right. And so the other question is, how about the logistical challenges? Did you have any logistical challenges? Like you had total 7 teams coming in, and then also Australia, UK coming in for that.
See, now the most amazing thing is that because of COVID, most teams are traveling by charter. So it's very easy to handle them. They come on a charter flight, they get off a charter flight. We make arrangements for them in the airport to be screened separately from the rest of the crowds. It's very smooth, and logistically, there's enough capability over here in Oman to look after them. We've got a bus service which has maintained its biosecurity. We've got hotels which are giving us, and thank God, because of the sort of slowdown in the tourism economy, the hotels were able to give us the rates that were attractive to everyone. So it was a win-win for both of them, for them and us as well.
So can you give
there were no logistical issues.
How many hotels do you have to book for the games and officials?
Krishendu, I can't hear you. You broke up.
Sorry, can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to know, I mean, how many hotels did you have to book in total for all the officials?
No, we were housing them in 2 or 3 different hotels, a 5-star hotel and a 4-star hotel. So those officials who wanted to stay in a 4-star category room, they went into 4-star. The other ones stayed in things. So we had at any given time, we had about 200 to 300 rooms are being occupied.
Okay. And so, what will be Oman's aspirations in the World Cup? You are in a.
We go to the second round. We go to the second round and come out a very creditable, good cricket playing nation.
That is the aspiration and the target as well.
Yes, my target is I go into the second round, which I believe we will, and in the second round, if I can get a win somewhere out of the 4 or 5 matches, that'll be the ultimate.
Right. So lastly, just one question. Any message from Saurav or Jaisa during this time of the association? I mean, on the management.
We've been in constant touch. Absolutely brilliant they've been. We've had a very cordial relationship. We are looking forward to seeing them on the inauguration day when Oman plays Papua New Guinea on the 17th, and they both have promised that they're going to be here.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your time, sir. All the best.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Bye.